Hi guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to the Sister Starcraft English commentary. Let's continue on to the winner set. A highly anticipated matchup here. Soma versus Mini as part of ASL Season 20. This is Group C of round of 24. Mini, will he choke? Because he has a tendency to choke, but this is too early for him to choke. He usually doesn't choke around round of 24. Even if he loses here, we have a chance to fight against Sack or Saber later. So I think he's gonna be doing just fine, but I think Soma has got a lot of chance to qualify first. He is looking very strong. Of course, Mini, his skill was not really tested by Saber because that guy was just off the chart. Mini 21. What is the meaning of the number 21? I don't know. Is this like something from the University clan or something like that? Anyways, this game is gonna be played on the map Knockout. Brand new ASL map. Let me just quickly show you the map stat for Protoss vs Zerg on this map. So Knockout is up there at 52% win rate for Protoss. This is the best map for Protoss. So I guess in terms of, you know, just pure statistical inferences, then we know that it is going to be slightly favored towards Mini here. So anyways, looks like the two players are spawning very close to each other, with Mini at the top right in the 1 o'clock position and Soma at the top left in the 11 o'clock position. We're going to be having Forge first. Remember, this trench will provide a nice defensive advantage for the defender. In this case, Mini against Hydralisks. And the one very interesting aspect is that this third base has got 3 entrants. It's kind of hard to hold. But I think Protoss overall has found a way to defeat Zerg on this map because it's very narrow, this map. So it's, it becomes hard for the Zerg player to actually surround the Protoss players from all sides. This is some of the best weapons that a Zerg player would like to use to take out a Protoss player. You know, sometimes we're seeing everything is going well for the Protoss player. You know, he's got his nice upgrades, he's got a nice army composition, but then he overcommits, he gets surrounded, his army gets torn to pieces by the lurkers. And okay, what is this? Double probe. Double probe is a very new strategy. We've never seen this strategy before. And now he's gonna try to stop this drone from going for the expansion. The probe is gonna have to pull around here at the last bit. The drone will get saved, but no expansions has gone down. Keep that in mind. And now Soma was forced to make a very late expansion at the 10 o'clock position. There's going to be another cannon. Soma has lost a lot of mining time doing this. And Mini has profited from this time to go for double cannons, but this may be an overcommitment. I feel like going for double cannon is definitely way overcommitting, but maybe Mini thinks that with the damages that he's done against his enemy, he feels like he's entitled to have another cannon. It's like the relationship that I have with chocolate and ice cream. You know, it's like normally I'm not supposed to eat those things, but because I've done a nice workout today, you know, I spent 30 minutes doing something with a girl, so I'm gonna entitle myself to have a nice chocolate ice cream, and then I will be back to my strict regime tomorrow or something like that. Anyways, back to this game. What are we saying? Or maybe we're just not talking about this game at all because it's very early on. There's actually nothing to talk about. Maybe I will show you the player card. Yeah, the player card will be interesting because actually I want to show again the player card. First of all, I'm gonna just quickly show you Soma's player card. This is Soma, and the interesting thing is that his elo scores in 2025, it was 1297. I mean, this is the time around the time that he was in the military a lot, so he's actually not playing much. And then since his return, his elo score is 1342, very good. And compare that with Mini, so keep that in mind, almost 1300 and 1340, so always in the top 10, Soma. And Mini has been kind of in and out. Last year's elo score is slightly better, 1306. This year's is down to 1291. So Mini has not been regularly making top 10 this year. So that is the story. So let's see how Mini is going to be performing here. Has he learned that economy is a thing? Has he learned that you need to save your probes? Has he learned that you need to actually saturate your bases? We shall see, because Mini is not about that at all. He is not an economist. He is not a strategist. He's a warrior and a badass. He's like that Tom Cruise in that latest Mission Impossible Final Reckoning movie. Have you seen that movie where Tom Cruise went down to a submarine and then he floated up from the submarine in the depths of like I don't know 7,000 of kilometers. I guess not 1,000 kilometers. That's too much. Maybe a few tens of kilometers. And then he floated up like bare chested, without any equipment, without any kind of breathing aid. He was just floated up. He died and he was resuscitated by his girlfriend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to spoil the game, the movie. Excuse me. So you should not spoil the movie. You should not spoil the game the way that I've spoiled the movies. These Zerglings have discovered the Zealots. I don't know if Soma has seen them. There's just a fraction of seconds you need to spot. And now the Zerglings will have to return towards this 9 o'clock position very, very quickly. But it will take about 3 more seconds to get there. The drones have been forced to evacuate. And I guess the Zealot will be hiding in the corner. They need to get rid of those units first. Where is he going to try to hide here? I guess he will hide here. This is not really the best place to hide. I think hiding up there is a little bit better. But I guess at the last minute, Mini, after some kind of bad micro, has saved one of his Zealot. Zergling with speed has completed. And that is a signal for Mini to return all of his Zealot home, because Zergling with speed is very, very dangerous. We're going to be seeing double Stargate against this. Soma has been going up to 5 hatches. So this is a similar build to what Saber was doing. But let's see if Mini is going to execute it a little bit better. Mini needs to actually get the weak Zergling with his Zealot. At the last minute, he's got to be very, very careful here. Good micro by both of the players. The drone's going to run away. The drone gets sniped. That is so bad from Soma. And one Overlord sniped as well. And now the Overlords, the Corsairs will be hiding near these cannons. Scourge is made first, not muteless. Interesting. And will Soma actually make some mutas? Or will they just use that as a pretext to make Hydras? Anyways, the Scourges will come through and they cannot spot the Stargate because the Stargate is very far back. It will be very hard to spot these. Zealots coming out with +1 weapons and Zealot leg underway will force Soma to start to make some mutas, because mutas are fast to make at this point, especially when your Hydras don't have any upgrades yet. But anyways, one Scourge was sniped right away. We are seeing some mutalists, but there are still not many. And there's going to be another Corsair coming from the backside. Right now, we only have 4 Corsair. The Scourges want to dive in. And the Zerglings are going to have to engage now. One Sunken is going to get made. And looks like the Corsairs are nicely stacked up together. The Scourges coming from the other side. The Scourges have fallen very, very quickly. Mini's going to have to return with all of his Corsairs now. He's trying to do some moving shot. He's getting a lot of drones. It looks like Soma possibly might be falling above at the last minute. There's just enough Scourges to come out. Mini's losing the moving shot that Snow has been doing for a while. He gets how many Scourges? He's going to have to fight better. He's not fighting them correctly. He's going to try to return. He takes a hit or he gets all of the Scourges destroyed. Now he's got 6 Corsairs. He needs to go for the Scourges once again. The Zealots have pulled back. And look at this insane micro by both of these players, Mini especially. And now I guess he's going to say, you know what? I would shoot a crap down. I think that was enough damage. I will wait for my Corsairs to kind of get up together. I think he can do a moving shot right now. Just do the moving shot. What is Soma doing? He's returning, and I guess Mini was not daring to come out there with his massive Corsair. He could easily attack and get those 2 Scourges for free, but I guess he's not doing that. And now we're going to be seeing the transition into the Hydras. And what about Mini's tag? Where is his Templar Archive? I'm not seeing it. Anyways, these Corsairs, the +1 should be finishing like any moment now. He's going to be looking for more blood, but the Mutas have kind of driven up, and he will go for the, the probe harassment here. Once you get the probe on gas on this base, the probe on gas is very exposed. He will come in with how many mutas? Only 4. A single Corsairs will check. Probes will not even get sniped here because the 2 Corsairs have arrived. And that will push all of the mutas out of the way here. There's going to be a cannon in the main squad. The Scourges are going to try to move into different directions to run away. And I guess Soma has done it. He has saved most of his mutas. He might be losing more mutas on this side. It looks like good job for Mini to get them destroyed. 81 supply for Mini and 62 for Soma. So I'm going to take this chance to start to thank some of my fans who have supported me. In the last 3 days, they are the name Mr. Nolasco, the Admiral, the Generalissimo, as well as the Commander-in-Chief of the, I guess, Republic of Protoss. Mr. Nolasco, thank you very much for your support in the last 3 days. Robotics coming down for Mini. Mr. Chen from Republic of Chinese Protoss, otherwise known as the Observer King. Thank you very much for your support in the last 3 days. And also, of course, we could not forget Mr. Sea Gobbler, my faithful lover. He's been with me for 11 months now. His rank on the YouTube channel is Sergeant Tank. He is very strong and very faithful and devoted. And a new joiner, but a very tough one to the Namkraft crew. I'd like to welcome Mr. Thomas. the Flying Dutchman from the Netherlands, aka the worst Starcraft noob ever. This is his words, not mine. He chose to call himself a Starcraft noob. I did not choose to tell him that. I'd rather prefer to use the name Flying Dutchman, but anyways, that is him. So feel free to join these gentlemen by leaving a coffee in my Revolut or Zelle account. Please type Namkraft in it so I know that it's you, because I have a lot of businesses. Some of them are not really legitimate. I guess Namkraft business is not legitimate either. Anyways, nice attack engagement on this high ground. The Hydra's gonna get surrounded. One Corsair gets sniped, and Mini's trying very hard to attack here. He's got so many Zelle, excuse me. He's gonna try to corner. He's gonna be very careful. He will attack with some group and maybe take some of the Zellos on this bridge, but he's gonna get forced to get pulled back here. So the game will go on. Hydra's gonna be joining very soon. With these Corsairs alive for so long, there's gonna be no way that Soma can actually come out and snipe those High Templars, but we're gonna be having Hydras coming on this other side. That's gonna be the signal for Mini to move in. I guess these Hydras will need to turn around because they cannot attack against the cannons from the low ground, from below the trench. We have 2 High Templars with the group already there. The Mutrus will be completely deactivated by the Corsairs. It's going to be a small engagement. He will not cast the Storm just yet. He'll be waiting for the right moment. He will get a Storm. The Zealots walk right to the middle of the Storm. The second Storm was a lot better. It hit some of the Hydras. But now the Storms have been largely depleted. The Zealots have run out of numbers. The Corsairs need to go away now. Go home. And maybe the 2 High Templars actually morph into Archon just to buy some time. Zealots going to try to attack into these areas here. And Soma's going to have to return. He's going to have to snipe those High Templars as much as possible. Zealots have run away. Nicely done by Soma not to lose so much. We have a Spore. This is a nice addition to the defensive structures of Soma. He has sniped those 2 High Templars. And Mini, he might be overextending himself, but we have a drop. When in doubt, go for Shadow. No, of course not. Against Zerg, you rarely see a drop, and it's very hard to execute. It's very, very risky, but I guess it makes sense because you get direct access to Soma's main base, and the Shadow's gonna have to hide himself. The first lurker had been made, and these Zealots are gonna try to surround from the back. Of course, one single lurker would not be enough to actually destroy all of these Zealots, but the second lurker is here. These Zealots have been damaged. Mini's gotta be careful. He doesn't want to actually get destroyed so much in the battles. He needs to actually buy enough time for the Shadow to do damage in the main as well. He's going to get surrounded. His Zealots have been shredded to pieces, but he will leave with some of the forces. Just like Napoleon was able to leave the Russian campaign with some of his forces returning to Paris after a very, very long campaign. But now the double Dart Templar will be going to work in the main tier. He will go right to the drones. It looks like slow reaction from Soma. He's busy doing something else. He'll be losing all of his drones. I think he will finally realize now. He's not realizing the danger. He's going to try to attack against his base. I guess there are some Storm waiting. Good Storm to drive the Hydras back. I guess it's going to be the defining moment of this game. And that's going to be going for the expansion. The drone's going to have to run away. I think the hatchery will fall. The Corsairs are going to try to go out there and snipe any kind of overlords, trying to get on this high ground. There are some overlords. Zealots are going to get the trap on this other left side of the map. The Dart Templar actually can go away now. And I guess the 2 Dart Templars are still alive. Not only 1 Dart Templar remaining. He's going to... No, 2 Dart Templars are still alive. And now that last Overlord will fall. That means the Dart Templar would actually get down the hatchery, destroy it, need to go for the Overlord once again. He's trying to do it. At the last hit, he's going to split his Dart Templar up and go towards this other side of the map and buying a lot of time. The Corsairs can leave now. There's no meaning for them to be here anymore. Mini will save one of his Dart Templars, and actually that will actually create confusion because Soma is expecting to see 2 Dart Templars. He snipes one, but he's looking for another one somewhere on this map. He's not able to see it. He's gonna be forced to just keep his High Templars in the main base for a long time. Finally, this Dart Templar with 13 kills, 14 kills will fall. That was a lot of damage. There's gonna be a High Templar drop as well. Mini is playing very smart. He's using his strong points, which is basically micromanagement and multitasking. This Dart Templar with 9 kills. So together, 1 Dart Templar with 14 kills, 1 Dart Templar with 9 kills together. But that's what? That's 23 kills. That's a lot. But now Mini is trapped. And this High Templar, he's kind of hiding out here. You need to kind of pull back here. I guess Hydra is going to cast a Storm. Not bad, not bad. To damage several Hydras. And I guess Mini will have to destroy his gateway, destroy his force, destroy his everything else, destroy all of the cannons. Because he's going to be fighting against a high ground position here. I guess the point here is to maybe attack. I'm not so sure what is the right angle. I guess attack into this high ground and try to storm anything that comes from the bridges. Maybe that's gonna be the way here. Overlord's trying to check in the main if there's any kind of remaining forces, but we're not seeing it. I guess maybe we're trying to come out in the future for more forces. Soma is getting ready to expand towards the bottom left. Looks like the breakout has begun. Can it be successfully done? The observers gotta be careful. And the High Templars are saving the energy for the bulk of the reinforcement coming from the north side. I guess he decided to break across the bridge instead of break onto the high ground. Not a bad idea because there's gonna be more surface area on the high ground, so that's gonna be better for the storm to cast any those heat storms to the incoming units. Here, some zealots coming out just to buy some time. These are nicely upgraded zealot with +2 armors and +1 weapons. Meaty would still need to break. He's gonna break on this high ground. He's need to storm before the dragoons can get there. He's not storming. What is he doing? He can storm right now. There's those zealots in the main doing some attacks on the lurker egg. One observer gets sniped. Two observer gets sniped at the last minute. How many lurkers will get destroyed here? It looks like Meaty's gonna have to pull back here, and he's not yet successfully broken out. He is still on 2 bases. I guess he's gonna try to get his high triplers and get more storms in the future here. The dragoons, we need to go on high ground. The courses are actually not in this equation. Actually go and attack. You need to wait for the. He's gonna just let the zealot lead the charge. The dragoons need to follow. We need to pull the zealot back. And the angle is not so good for the dragoon. He's gonna have to fall back now because hydras are so strong. The courses are waiting to come in at the same time as well. Dragoon's gonna get attacked. These hydras are doing some very, very nice target fire. But now I guess it's gonna be on this attack, and Mini is gonna be in some serious. I guess it's gonna be better for Mini to actually break out from this bridge. Do not go on the high ground. Try to expand here, for example. At the 3 o'clock position, that base has got some gas. He's gonna try to come up. There's gonna be more storms. Oh no, one Hydra getting sniped right away. Cast a storm on these units. He's gonna cast a storm on these Hydras. Not bad. Not bad. He will break out here. Nice target fire on some of the dragoons here. The zealot need to go a little bit forward to protect the dragoons here. And Hydras are doing good damage on those dragoons. They're almost destroyed here at the last minute. Mini is gonna be facing reinforcement from the southern side. We're not seeing it on the minimap. We only see it from the minimap, not in the real windows here. And Soma has done a very good job to contain Mini, and Mini is still on 3 bases, but of course Soma has not yet expanded at the last minute. I guess that last lurker will fall. The observer is going to try to clear out at the last minute. Dragoons will clear out all of the observer. Where are the courses? Okay, Mini has officially mined out in all of his bases. He's expanded. Keep in mind that there's going to be more hydras coming through, and there's still a lot of potential for the hydras because there's a lot of mining still remaining. The storms need to be deployed right now. Where are the courses? I thought Mini had 2 courses somewhere on this map. He's gonna have to cast a storm. He's gonna be waiting for the last possible moment. He's running out of minerals. I guess he needs to go for distance mining right now. He casts a storm to actually damage those hydras. But actually, I just learned this that actually you don't get damage on your units under storm for I guess for something like I think you have like a 5 seconds kind of grace period. During this time you don't eat any damage. Anyways, see, the Dartmouth is gonna try to go in here and hide. He cannot. Maybe he's gonna try to go on the high ground. That's gonna be a mistake. There's gonna be some nice attack here. I guess Mini might be able to hold. Soma still has a lot of mining potential remaining. Mini's gonna try to break through here, and he's gonna get those lurkers. Oh my god, these lurkers are finally mobbed at just the right moment. They're gonna press on the high ground, but there's gonna be a storm. Beautiful storm. So the lurkers have unburrowed themselves. Nicely done. They're going to fall back in. There's so many lurkers. You need to get the weak lurkers. He's not able to get it. And now the Dragoon's gonna have to fall back. Mini's running out of money. His new base has not yet come up. He's trying to get as many lurkers as possible. He gets one more lurker, but GG for Mini. This game was freaking insane, and Soma is the first player to qualify from this group. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, buy me coffee. Bye.